Alright, we are back. A little loud to record because there's a lot of hammering and stuff going on outside. So thought we'd stream for a little bit. Look to finish up Act 3. Hey Happy Shaft, how's it going? Just like a little bit of, kind of, what is it? Note keeping? Gatekeeping? Girl bossing? This Sunday, we were planning on doing the philosophy stream, but I realized this Sunday we are going to be able to stream Stellaris' patch one day before it drops, do a little pre-release stream, so we'll be doing that on Sunday and Saturday instead. We will have the ideas stream, so just a little bit of news update for the people who are going to be watching the VOD / Happy Shaft, because he's the only one here right now. But we are going to be leveling and continue to level our guy. Did look around, poke around a little bit in terms of what we could do, and how we could build this. Kind of looked at some of our skills and this type of thing. I do think that we can do Cast on Affliction. Oh, actually, we can't use Siphon Elements. I think we want to... I don't know if we can get 230 Spirit. My understanding is you get 100 base, and you can try and get a little bit more, but I think we want Archmage, Siphon Elements, Cast on Affliction, and try and cast Snap, which we currently are self-casting automatically, and then use our Thunderstorm here to increase Shock and Freeze, and use lightning damage conversion to cold to be getting cold on stuff relatively frequently, and then we use Flame Wall a little bit. One of our issues, in order to do fire damage, conversion to fire damage may be okay, but with the primary skill of Spark plus Flame Wall. Frost Bomb is applying exposure, but we'll also use it to freeze. And we maybe in all this have still kind of the question posed, which is we have a means to acquire kind of a lot of remnants and not very good means to cash in on those remnants. Specifically, we can cash in on the cold remnants, but we can't really cash in on the other remnants very well at all here. The cold remnants we can cash in cold infused on the spark, so that's kind of where we're at. Let's see about... Maybe we hotkey this a little bit differently. Instead of Control Q, we could make it A. I don't know what A does currently. Is A bound to anything? EU5 has definitely made me a lot more cognizant of using key bindings for things.
Now is not the time for that.
So we will bind that to A. And fast again? Good, good, good. Let the speed flow through you. We did one little thing in the interim as well. Did do some late night play, which is good because we are doing forearm workout every time, and I think over half of our deaths were last night off stream, so we didn't have to do a forearm workout. We were killing the big monkey in the jungle. I forget exactly where the... Where's our thing? Our teleportation pad. Wasn't it like over here? Am I going crazy? Yeah, it is over here. Okay, cool. But we have to go here now. That's where we came from, Jungle Ruins, so this is where we're going. I have a lot of unspent skill points, actually. Let's spend some of these. I think that we do kind of... I don't know if we want infusions. I think we're coming through here. When we looked at some builds that were more mana-oriented, they avoided this section of the tree, which we might eventually kind of do, and instead went through here for crit, but we don't need crit. I think ailments are not as tied to crit in PoE2. I forget the exact mechanics. So maybe our pathway is okay. But I was thinking eventually we do go over this way for the mana. I don't know if raw mana is good for us. Increased mana cost of skills. I forget if Archmage scales based on how much you spend or based off of a specified percentage. In which case raw mana would kind of be actively bad for us. But we could also come through this side. And grab this mana. We want the increased spell damage per mana, but we're not really going to get a ton of damage from that at this juncture. We are right next to this, so we could kind of... Oh, no, wait. One of these things we were right next to, if I recall correctly. We already got the additional one. We also do want to come over this way at some point and grab Mind Over Matter. I'm not sure if the Mind Over Matter route is better from the north or through here. So one of the issues we're having here is identifying what exactly is going to be good. What's invoked again? Not knowing exactly what to level up has actually kind of been, or has definitely been the source of us not leveling everything up. We could also just go for more damage. And if we have more ways to deal with the infusions, maybe even this infusion tree stuff will be good in the long term. I think this is maybe okay. Feels awkward having come up the tree this way, though, and just doing that after. We're planning on coming over here. I think that actually working our way to the damage is maybe more our speed. So we're gonna grab some dexterity, int, and strength. That is going to increase costs, but we'll get more mana regeneration too, and then we'll head up. We eventually do want Eldritch Battery, but I don't know if we could turn that on very early. But we'll work our way to this. 3% spell per 100 mana. Hello? Try pronouncing it in British. Forums don't stop with the camera off? Oh no. I don't like that rule. We could make that a rule. I don't know how much chat really enjoys watching me blast the fuck out of my forearms and complain about it. I imagine the let's not die here in the first minute. It's unclear to me how much we like this. But I feel like chat, on some level, always likes to watch the streamer suffer. Well, not like uber suffer. There's like joke suffer, and then there's like, wow, that guy's dog died, that sucks. Oh my god, why we're losing so much life to poison or something? Oh, the fire on the floor. Mm.
Victory is mine.
There we go.
Can't have you.
Ooh, shit.
An ancient current, still alive. One heart storms, the others wait.
Why is this guy shitting on us so hard, man? Are we under leveled? Do we need to level? Maybe we need to level. If we have to do forearm workouts when we die, we like... It's like playing semi-hardcore, to be honest. My hand is kind of falling asleep. I don't know what that's about. Is this our first level 3 of support gym? I think it is. Pierce 2, I think it's just a strict upgrade, right? Actually, I think we just never need Pierce 1 again. So we'll do that. Level 9 skill gem. Snap is going to do a lot more damage. Hopefully. Doesn't really feel like a lot more. Okay.
Well, that was hectic. Appreciate the hand.
More Poe with the side of philosophy, indeed.
Haven't seen a familiar face in weeks, for that matter. Are you You're looking for the chimeral wetlands? Do me a favor. The chimeral wetlands are to the west.
I see. Perhaps I'll investigate.
Is there anything must do in here? We don't see anything with the plus sign, so...
Go, thank you. I can't do that yet.
A lot of particles. Who's doing that? Don't want to die. Maybe we ignore? Maybe we ignore. But it's starting to feel like we're not doing too hot. So maybe we need to level somewhere. This guy's following us. Would you eat a Vol Orb if given the chance? Yeah, delicious, nutritious.
I've never seen such beauty.
Why would we not eat a Vol Orb?
Oases at home lacked such.
I don't know, what's the trade-off? What is the thought experiment? think the most famous thought experiment, probably the trolley car problem. Which is, I don't think that's a very difficult thought experiment. But if you, there's 4 people, it might be 5, but the important part is that it's more than the other option. Strapped down on the tracks, and if you don't do anything, those 4 people will get run over. However, you could pull the lever, at which point the trolley would be redirected, and instead run over one person who's tied down on the tracks. Do you pull the lever? And the point is do you consider a big part of it is if you don't pull the lever, you're not really responsible for anyone's death. If you pull the lever, the one person who does die, you are responsible for their death. And that's because it's operating under the assumption that people dying is bad. You either have numbers of people or you yourself being the cause. And I think it's just, I think you just pull the lever. Because I think failing to save someone is kind of similar to killing them, morally speaking. Especially when the cost is nothing. Like, pulling the lever is not a substantive cost. But that's the entire point of the thought experiment, is it exposes that to you. I guess the next most popular one is probably the Ship of Theseus. Something like this. Got bored of EU5? Well, to some extent, at this point I've played like 2,500 hours of EU5, so I'm mildly burnt out on it, but it's also what my audience overwhelmingly wants to see, so I'm definitely not like done playing EU5, but I don't like the economy, not bug, but situation in 1.5. Like, I think it's a problem. That economy's just full on collapse. I'm probably gonna do a video about it after the stream. Oh no, no, don't die, don't die. Oh my god, this is a corner. I thought it was a through street. Not like this. I thought it was a through street, you don't understand. This guy fucking hurts. Alright, there's a level though.
This function has beacons of some sort.
I thought it was a through street. The Prisoner's Dilemma? The Prisoner's Dilemma isn't a thought experiment, it's a game theory problem. Or I would not consider it, the Prisoner's Dilemma has like a math solution. But the Prisoner's Dilemma might be bigger. I just, would not consider it, Oh, do we not have enough? Why can't we go Thunderstorm? Do we not have enough strength? Do we already have a level 9? I don't think we had a level 9. Ember Fusilade's kind of an interesting one. Just based on trying to get casts through on stuff, but... There are 5 Volorbs that lie in a track. Would you pull... and the other lies 1 Volorb. Would you pull the lever? Someone asking the real questions, finally. Hello, another gym punishment thing. We know another stream where we don't die at all. And don't have to do anything with our forearms. Obviously. Because this build is so safe. We're so handsome. We really thought this entire run out. Everything's gonna go good. You know, Stuff like this. Obviously. No, but it is feeling like we're not clearing very well. So we might have to run a few zones.
Typical.
I can't believe it. I finally found it.
I actually built the ship of Theseus myself. I renew it every year.
Set in the cliffside, overlooking the
I recently posed the ship of Theseus to someone while drinking, which is a really good way to lose drinking partners. And I asked them, okay, so the ship of Theseus is like this. Let's say you have a ship. Oh, no. Let's say you have a ship, and you replace one of its parts. Is it still the same ship? And the answer to this is always yes. And it's like, well, what if you replace a bunch of its parts? Is it the same ship? And the answer is, okay, yes. Well, what if you replace 50% of its parts? Is it the same ship? Yes. And you eventually build up to replacing the whole ship. And if they say yes to this, then you say, okay, it's the same ship. Now, what happens if you were to take all of the old parts of the ship, the ones that you replaced, and use it to construct an entirely separate ship? Would that be the ship of Theseus? And that's usually where people go, I don't know how I feel about this. The person said no. They're like, that's definitively not the ship of Theseus. But like, it's a question about identity, right? And for the person who, my interlocutor, as it were, which is a fancy word for a person you're talking to, they basically were of the perspective, whether or not they like phrase it like this, they're of the perspective that continuity is like the only thing that matters for identity, really. That there's not like an essential element of the ship of Theseus that makes it the ship of Theseus, so much as its continuity through time is what makes it the ship of Theseus. Which, like, interesting things regarding time travel, I suppose, if you wanted to, like, change up the question. Like, if both the ships, like, traveled back in time to the original ship of Theseus, would both now be, would the ship of the replaced parts be the ship of Theseus still, or would the original ship of Theseus parts rebuilt be the ship of Theseus? Or would the ship of Theseus in that different timeline be the ship of Theseus? And are there multiple ships of Theseus at that point? But people generally have a conception of identity that there's some, like, especially identity in regards to people, that there's some essential element that makes us us. And unfortunately, there's like, evidence seems to, in terms of models of identity, that doesn't seem like a one that actually really describes the world very well. In that instead, it's more like our personality is a bundle of sticks. It's called bundle theory. And over time, we add sticks and we replace sticks, but there's no essential core element. And you will be mostly the person you were before by virtue, or you will have the same identity by virtue of being mostly the same person you were yesterday. But there's nothing, like, there's no innate you-ness that exists out in the aether, and people change, and they stop really being kind of the same person. We didn't go all the way to the left because that's a boss fight. I think we're going to clear this zone a couple times and gain a couple levels. Especially because we can get the skill gems. One nice thing is we kind of don't care about resists if we're doing like all these different elemental damage types. Catch up on chat before we pop this. Could there be more definitions of said ship? Yes. One is made of material parts and the other is made in the spirit or thought of something. Yeah, it depends how you define identity. What the point of the thought experiment isn't to figure out what is truly the ship of Theseus. It's to figure out what we think about identity. Yeah. In Japan, many shrines and temples are rebuilt ones of 2 or 3 decades, owing perhaps to the frequent natural disasters. Yeah, so this thought experiment probably goes hard in Japan. It would be identical, but call it something different. Maybe. Like for like collectibles, boy oh boy do people care if something's a replica, right? Or for art. If you have a Mona Lisa and a replica of the Mona Lisa, then it really fucking matters which one's the actual Mona Lisa. And this is like obvious by the fact that I can say actual Mona Lisa and you like immediately understand what I'm saying here. Right. And fake Mona Lisas, not allowed. Fake Mona Lisas, not allowed. We do definitely have a nice little bit of burst damage with our snap. Even though I don't even think we're applying as many ailments as we'd like to with it. I think we're mainly shocking and chilling. We're getting really small ignites.
A magnificent sight, but deadly all the same.
Oh no. Did we make a horrible mistake? I'm scared of, like, stuff on the ground. Oh. That's a boss that we've not encountered before. Let's not fight it. Well, it's pretty close to dead. Maybe we're okay? I guess we could kill this thing multiple times for
I must travel light.
gear upgrades, maybe. Something like this. Alright, we're gonna go back to base, then we're gonna come here, and then we're gonna... Actually, I think we go back to base. Loud cars, loud construction. Interesting concept in Buddhist was the concept of no-so. Yeah, I mean, Chinese thought and Asian thought just in general is, like, a lot different, too. Like, Western thought, like, has very similar, like, themes and, like, what's important and, like, this type of thing. Lots different,
How can I help?
with, Eastern and West. Especially, like, with religion, specifically.
Anything else you'd like to be rid of?
Whatever. This gives us resists. We could scrap it.
Ooh, I like this one.
I don't know why we picked up the other one. Like, a lot of these we're picking up just for gold.
Not
And then... let's upgrade our flame wall.
good luck.
And then... we have we don't have a 3-link or whatever. Also, wasn't the ship of Theseus a thought experiment also tied with saying about not being able to walk into the same river twice? I don't know if Heraclitus did the ship of Theseus. But there are two kind of statements about identity from Greek philosophy. Can you show us the build and geared? So right now the build is kind of a little bit janky, but primary skill is going to be Spark. But what we're trying to do with this is we are trying to eventually go Archmage and then cast on Affliction and weave Spark with other elemental spells. In particular, we're thinking Flame Wall, which is going to allow us to get Ignites. I'm not entirely sure the best way to set this up. Frost Bomb is going to apply exposure. It's also going to give us Cold Infusion, which we can consume with the Spark. I think I need to learn a little bit more about Remnants and see the way we pay off on the Remnants. But that's what we're doing. Thunderstorm is going to increase our ability to apply the Afflictions, so cast on Affliction will be more effective. Snap, we're planning on eventually having this cast on the Affliction, so we want to be applying, you know, Chill, Shock, and Ignites, so that we can hit them with all 3 damage types and have this be like kind of a big payout. And we're planning on using damage conversion on the Spark as well as the Flame Wall to convert to cold, so that we do cold damage and lightning damage, and then this allows us to apply an Ignite so that we can get something done with Snap. We got Siphon Elements. Because we're igniting, shocking, and freezing as our primary thing, we get a lot of Remnants. And hopefully we can pay out for this, and then I'm thinking that we do some sort of mana nonsense, but like maybe the mana nonsense is just nonsense, and the Schnozberries stays like Schnozberries. When it comes to ship, at least contemporarily, it happens what kind of series the ship is from. So some people, contemporarily, some people would say whichever like car has the VIN on it, like the VIN is the essence of the car, which I think, I think this is a kind of kicking the can down the road, but most of our cells get replaced eventually during our lifetime. Yeah, but some of them, I think, do not really replace that well. Like a lot of the ones in your brain. But, like, and also, to some extent, like, really, really severe trauma specifically, like locks into your brain. Like, the brain is not really good at getting rid of trauma. I remember liking Sigil of Power. I don't know if our end build will have a Sigil of Power with it. Like in a theoretical thing. I also have not looked at uniques at all. And I imagine there's like some uniques. We need to get faster casting on like on our setup spells though. But if we have like Spark gets a lot better if we have like very consistent infusion. I'm not sure if this scaling will work out though. Like, if we have to take too many nodes for remnants and too many nodes for mana, it doesn't really work. But the idea is we're going to use mana as a defensive layer as well, and that we, I think, don't need to go crit. It's kind of like a big idea here. Trying not to have to do forearm workouts. Trying not to die in the middle of the mobs. Also trying to read chat, which these two are contradictory with each other. A lack of mobility spell might be a problem in some fights. Yeah, we need to find something. I think we could use Lightning Warp, and Lightning Warp even creates a remnant, but I need to understand how it works a little bit better, I think. Temple of Chaos. Would you say the same thing about two clones? Like, if we could clone Bob, would they both be the real Bob? They're both the same composition. This is another question. Generally, people like to use the original as the clone, so or as the real one, which is to say that they like care about the continuity. Because the cloned Bob, so if you duplicate Bob perfectly, even with like everything down to memories and all this type of thing, the thing that you leave off, right, is the continuity. There are none for int characters besides teleport. I agree, but that's kind of what it's pointing out. Dead cells replace fresh copies of previous ones. The previous ones that came from. What's up, journalist? How's the arm fatigue going? We did off stream fight something and die a whole ton, and I was very happy that we did that off stream. That way we didn't have to work out the arms. The arms are a little fatigued. I've done like a lot of forearm workouts because I'm trying to like grow the forearms, but not specifically like crushing strength. Like I've not hit the grippers a lot, and so the grippers really quite uncomfortable. And like not recovered. Yesterday we weren't recovered from the day before. This day we're not like recovered from yesterday. I mean, eventually, like the recovery curve will be all right, but right now, trying to avoid dying. And also, like, hands and stuff feel a little bit sluggish with the forearm fatigue. Just a little bit, like, not a lot. But a little bit's all you need. You can drown in 2 inches of water. Oh, shit. Oh, well, the plan was to get another level before fighting this guy. Fuck, I can't remember him at all. Oh my god. I think we kind of have some amount of resist. Oh my god. Oh, I wish I was better at quickie buttons. Oh, we almost died there. I didn't even realize. I'm trying to get my curse on this guy, and like doing a really poor job of it, to be honest. To be fair, we haven't really been using the curse. Oh my god.
I need more time.
Oh my god. I'm just actually stressed out fighting this super poorly. There's the curse. Frostbomb for exposure. Alright, we collapsed one of those things. Yeah, gotta get the cast faster on, I feel, on the frost or the firewall somehow. But there, like, the setup is just so many different things to try and... I guess we're breaking the thing. But there's, like... too much, like, wind-up from setup. I mean, so it has to come here, right? So there's our setup, not including, like, the mana thing. Oh, we have the HP on that as well. So here, let's set up, reset up on this. The thing is, yeah, we're casting, like, 4 or 5 spells. I just wish yeah. I could be better at video games, and, like, this would work a lot better. But we didn't die, so that's nice.
This artifact bears the symbol of chaos.
Is your blood part of you? That's a good question. Like, technically, like, are non-human cells in your digestive system... Yeah. I was just thinking this in response to the blood question. Because they don't even have, like, the same DNA as you. There's a bunch of stuff with, like, different DNA or RNA than you, inside of you. And if you take that stuff out, you're dead. So it's not like it's like, oh, right. You know, like, that's like... I don't know. Seems like that's not nothing, type of thing. Spell totem. You mean to say we could have a totem, too? Wait, this totem doesn't have a reservation? Huh. How are people, like, just not casting a whole bunch of shit? Like, PoE1 is gated by the fact that you don't have enough slots to do nonsense. So in instance, teleportation, like how it's explained in Star Trek, where your cells die and recreated somewhere else, would lack continuity, so would you still be the same after being teleported? Well, I don't think continuity is, like... I think there's no you, like, out there, like, essential element of you. And it's probably, I'd probably be inclined to use prototypical futures to define identity or something like this. If we have to ask whether or not something is you. Certainly you were more you before you teleported than after, or something like this. But the fact that I'm, like, using that language is also, like, weird, because...
A step closer to legend.
Basically, like, I would kind of have the Heraclitus position, but Heraclitus just says, nobody's the same identity, it's not the same river, and it's not the same person, and my response would be, like, there's, like, a resemblance between the two things, and to the degree that things have a high level of resemblance, it is appropriate to call them the same thing. So, because the river has a high degree of resemblance to the river, from the previous consideration, I think thinking of it as the same river is not inappropriate. The spell seems, or this seems good if we ever wanted to level with a fire skill or something, but this is probably just going in the tab and just being useless for forever. We also have Jeweler's Orbs here that we just should use on our skills. Like Snap. Thunderstorm, Flame Wall, the like. We do get a trial here as well. Increased AoEs, we kind of are using this for a single target. Creating more remnants would kind of be okay. Being able to collect them from far away is kind of nice. Cannot inflict ailments. Elemental focus is interesting. I don't know if we're really afflicting a lot of elemental ailments with our thing. I guess we probably would be, so... Yeah, I just don't know what's good. But the thing is, it's doing all damage types, so we really want just general damage. Oh, that's interesting. Like, we don't want, I don't think we're gonna have crit scaling. This would be interesting if we had a way to stay high mana. Maybe elemental focus makes sense. I don't know. Let's do flame wall. And I think we're gonna get the level 2 of one of these, so we didn't even need to give it more. I'm really shocked by this warning skill. Take 20% of damage from Ignite. I don't think they're gonna get shocked by this skill. This would maybe be okay. I don't think the constant whatever counts as a hit, though, is one problem. We're just gonna get a higher level of that and upgrade the other thing and then try and figure it out. I think at this point we're kind of looking for also something that gives us more than +1 level. We have a staff that's giving us +1 lightning level. We would like to have a higher level. We could just random staves.
I hope you're happy with it. I do like the way it gleams.
So.
Oh, I like this one.
Wow, how handsome are we? So good at this game.
Maybe not.
Is cancer a part of you? That's an interesting one, because it's like malignant cells, right? Ooh, I like that one. I think we want damage as extra fire damage. We already have this on there. Wow, incredible. Basically exactly what we were looking for. We want like artificers thingamajig. Or maybe we just want to increase spell damage. We're doing a lot of different types of damage. We had multiple. Let's do that, I guess. So this should make us do a lot more damage. So now our spark is level 13. DPS close to 500. Do you host a party of someone else inside of you this way? Yeah, so my little guys in my gut are absolutely a part of you. So what about when you're pregnant? Is your baby a part of you until they're not? It's clearly a part of you, but doesn't want to be a part of you anymore for the cancer. Well, are the malignant cells still your cells? I think we're gonna overlevel for Temple of Chaos, because otherwise I'm gonna rip a shitload. Generally seeks genetic immortality. There's a dog that lives on his dog herpes now. Womp womp. Totems are pretty good for AoE or affliction applications. Well, we're trying to apply afflictions.
I feel a murmur of power
This is a
within me.
find. A Baal ruin that hasn't been looted? No one from camp has managed to make it to this part.
I fear a future where teleport isn't transport and instead... Oh no. Teleport isn't transport, instead it kills me and creates another one at somewhere else. Well, that's like indistinguishable in some sense. If I want to get a PoE, should I just pick a build from the get-go or try and understand the system first? You should just pick something and play. And just recognize that it's not like... Just don't be emotionally attached to it. Because whatever you do is probably just bad, because it's really hard to like do a good build. But like, so Path of Exile has like several different acts. When you're better at the game, those acts are the prelude to the actual game, which is the end game content. The first time you play, you should look at it as like the game is getting through the acts, or something like this. You could also respec to something better always. It helps sciences against something like teleportation being possible for a system. Interesting. I think we have everything level 9. That's the idea of using a totem intrigues me. Currently we don't use Lightning Bolt. We could use Lightning Bolt. I guess it's not good, but we have a lot of unreserved spirit too. We could reserve another whatchamacallem. PoE2 generally gives you more direction and ability to diversify. Yeah, that is true. It's hard to... In PoE1, you like have to have one primary skill, and like that's your skill, basically. You can kind of get 2 in some instances in some builds, but it's basically just like a one and done type of thing. We got a unique ring. We're using a really shitter, I think, like magic ring or like regaled up ring or something like this, so... This feels so much better now that we have that new staff, though. We're really actually killing stuff. Yeah, this feels way better. We were complaining and talking about the need to level or this type of thing. Little did we know, we just needed to YOLO. A couple dice rolls. this is so nice that you have the teleport thing. Like on release, it was like so much like backtracking was awful.
Oh, goodness.
Shiny Pro streamer? I'm so bad at Poe. I haven't seen this level of dedication since November. Well, the thing is like, it's loud outside. I was gonna record some EU5 stuff. It's loud outside. And I know what you're thinking, Generalist, that's never stopped you, but it's like constant construction outside. So like, and then also, there's only so much PoE stuff or EU5 stuff I can record right now because I don't want to play on the current live patch and I don't want to play on the beta patch because of the eco thing. So, really not leaving me too many options. And I enjoy playing Poe. And people actually watch me play Poe. I enjoy playing Dominions as well. No one wants to watch Dominions, so. Or just not a lot. Someone could carry you through that annoying temple? Yeah, but chat wants to watch me die. Let's be real. Let's be real here. I don't see Twitch chatting more in your stream. Wait, what? Are they building data centers? Yes. And Dominions is hard to watch what you can do. Yeah. I will watch Dominions. I will take the Ring to Mordor. It looks like Twitch is in there. Twitch is just a little bit less chatty. Dominions is a great game, just not very watchable. Yeah, I've been trying to think of a way to make it more watchable. But, like, fundamentally, like, I think the way to make it watchable is to cast like a Blitz game. And that's, like, the way you make it more watchable. And I feel weird about casting Dominions, because my knowledge base in Dominions is pretty bad. I think I have a bigger audience, generally speaking, than, like, pretty much any Dominions content creator, except for there's, like, one who is, like, a variety content creator that does Dominions. That I'm not bigger than. So I think, like, the Dominions community would like it if I tried to make content, but, like, I would feel guilty casting with, like, relative to, like, those guys, pretty poor knowledge base. I don't know if they would care. Not that it, like, necessarily matters, it's, like, more about my audience, but, like, it's awkward to, like, behave as if you're an authority on something when you're like there's a lot of people who know this system way better than you know? We're not gonna pick up stabs to transmute anymore. I wish I knew the level breakpoints. Like, there's level breakpoints where you could there's level breakpoints where you could, like, now roll +4 stabs, +5 stabs, this type of thing. I wish I knew them, but I don't. Not per run. What? 1 arm workout per death? Yes. Could co-cast as a learning experience? Yeah. I could co-cast with someone. I consider this as well. Oh my god, I need to click the right buttons instead of the wrong button. Kind of getting the hang of, like, what we're trying to do here, though. God, my mana, please. We really gotta solve the mana issue.
Stone One, your duty has ended.
Oh, what did I click? Okay. What did I click? Maybe there's something up here? God, having to backtrack was so ass, like, if you didn't understand the layouts. But, like, even then, like, Blitz Dominions might not be... I still don't know, you know?
A treasure room?
I will watch Dominions. I will take the ring to Mordor. I did the analysis of games and Civilization guides when I played it a bunch. Civilization was one I felt like pretty knowledgeable in when I was doing it a bit more. Because I spent like, in the first few weeks, I spent a couple hundred hours, like, playing it, right? And, to some extent, I, like, kind of did with Civilization what I did with EU5. I just, like, decided to bail on Civilization. But just, like, blast a ton of hours, try and learn it, and try and get, like, entry to a new game. Dominions isn't like that, because Dominions is, like, even if there was Dominion 7, like, Dominions, like, the new versions aren't, like, new games. They, like, are basically just updates to the same game. It's basically Dominion, it's just Dominions. Right, there's not, like... and so what that means, practically speaking, is that, like, you're not gonna hit a point where, like, there's, everyone's, like, beliefs about the game are, like, reset. And I think that, like, content-wise, that's kind of, like, what I enjoy doing most, is, like, when there's a hard reset, like, Hoey, I think that, the Hoey community would not like me very much, and the Hoey community, to me, maybe I don't give them a fair shake, but in general, they seem like have some characteristics that I may be less interested in, let's say. A little nice, cute little euphemism, but, ooh. Well, I think that we would not be able to use these except for maybe a mace. This is our first time seeing, like, the unique. Do we even... Oh, wait. Gained a level, very nice. Oh. Yeah, silly of me to think that we could take things out that quickly. But yeah, this feels so much better now that we hit. Ooh! Ooh! Ah! It looks visually very nice to, like, be casting a whole bunch of different stuff. Personally, I didn't really like the Dominion streams, but I enjoyed the videos. That's fair. The videos, like, are an enormous, like, amount of time to do. Do you know who Perun is? I don't... I do not know who that is. I don't watch a ton of, Ukraine stuff. I've read, quite a few books. So, like, I prefer, for information gaining, I generally prefer books to, like, watching videos. It's disappointing to not see you die. There we go. I'm happy to disappoint. Been playing the Dominions videos. Not exactly watching them, though. Just something to have on in the background. Yeah. I mean, I think I'm actually, like, losing subs because of them as well. So, like, part of it was to see how it goes. But, like, also... saying that I lost the subs because of Dominions is probably, like, not a fair characterization. I'm losing subs when I publish Dominions content, but I think the people who are, unsubbing as a result of that, like, it's, I think that they're, it's not like they're far from unsubbing anyways, I think, just in general. I think it's probably unlikely that people are, like, rage unsubbing on the Dominions, like, people who otherwise love my content, they're just like, I've had enough of this Dominions. Like, that seems unlikely to me, but maybe. He's a former Dominions YouTuber and professionally is a requisitions advisor for the Australian government, knows a lot about military logistics types of things. That would appeal to a Dominions, yeah. And he started making PowerPoint videos about Ukraine and Russia. I made the Civilizations, Nations, and Dominions. Oh, gotcha. I've been playing the... yeah. Unfortunately, Civ 7 had a disastrous launch and everyone hated it. Well, like, it's not been, like, redeemed, right? The way you're phrasing that is, like, that it's good now, but the launch was just bad. Otherwise, it could have helped your channel the way EU5 did. Yeah, I made a big push on it, too. I don't know, that was, like, really disappointing. I tried to make it work out. But for me, like, at the time, it was, like, either, like, I was capping out with, like, Victoria. It felt like, in terms of, I was basically experiencing, like, zero growth. But, like, was going steady, I guess, and it's like, I don't know, I felt like I had to branch out or do something different. And my EU5, like, videos, like, get a lot more traction, just in general, than, like, my Vicky ones did. But, like, also, I'm starting to come to realize that, like, I really just, like, want to get my hands on new games and then, like, figure them out, more so than anything else. And, I don't think my audience, like, transitioning to new games and, like, spending, like, thousands of hours on them, like, is probably just, like, a poor way to build a channel, but, that's what I'm, like, realizing more about myself. Because, like, Dominions, I'm, like, trying to figure out Dominions and, like, think through efficiency and, like, exchange of resources and this type of stuff. It's the figuring stuff out stuff that's interesting to me, more so than the actual execution. PoE community is full of chuds and fascists. Yeah, that's kind of it's kind of what I was getting at, but like it's also like it's not like everyone who's in the community or anywhere remotely like that is like, you know, in that group. So like I don't want to paint with a broad brush. I've just met a lot of people from like the PoE community that I'm just like, brother, I would prefer not to interact with you. Which I think the PoE community also feels that way about a large segment of its own population. But like... uh-oh. But like, different portions of that community feel differently about the other ones. Or they have like weird like solidarity thing. I don't know. I probably just don't know the community well enough. I don't know why I'm going for that remnant.
This is what I need. Back to the generator. I must admit, it is impressive that all this still functions.
It's got like all brands of weird people is kind of my understanding of the community, though, not just the fascists. Could we just be clearing with our spark only? Maybe. Like, the setup spells... If the setup spells... It's better just to cast Spark twice than the setup spell and then Spark, maybe. PoE players say edgy, that being said, I also used to enjoy playing it. Yeah, maybe edgy is the right word. I don't know, I have, like, kind of edgy humor sometimes, too. The thing is, yeah, just, like... my take on this is probably not as nuanced as it should be, but just like conveying kind of like what I feel. I feel like the EU4 community also like processes games like a lot different than the Vicky community, and I'm probably like more Vic coded, where like simulation versus I don't know if we want to corrupt anything. Let's not. I kind of want to identify these uniques though, because they're good. And communist, basically everything extremist. Yeah. I like generally don't super enjoy interacting with fascists and tankies. I think I have a relatively high tolerance for it for people who like disagree with them. I think in general people like have a hard time talking to people they disagree with. And this might be a skill that the PoE community has pretty good amount. I prefer to read than seeing videos. Not like this. Getting added. The issues with BookCon in Ukraine is that it's ongoing conflict and things aren't flexed. Yes, absolutely. It's information is generally a lot better.
Seems like a good deal.
38 spirit and lightning resist? Like a lot of lightning resist? I think we have a fat lightning resist thing. Armor also applies to lightning damage though. This is just way better, no? But we would only have like lightning resistance. Reduce maximum life, gain extra damage as chaos damage, reduce global armor evasion. That seems hella good for leveling, no? Gain damage as extra chaos damage. Maybe it's no good. We'll find out.
Not today. Good luck.
Yeah, we just have a... Like, we're like overcapped on... I guess we could put resists on some of our gear. I really don't know if this is good. I wish I kinda did. Piran was a Dominions YouTuber. Been watching his channels for a long time, I had no idea. Aston 7 lets you play as a single civ throughout like the old days, so it looks like they're turning it around. That was never a feature that to me was annoying. He hid them, there's only one left. Just one Dominions video. Not like this. PoE4 has an inner war between the furry communists and the fascist chuds.
I should call Alva.
He still has the playlist and the videos must be hidden. You can still find them. Yeah, you probably just need links to the playlists.
Die once more. You will burn.
I feel like I'm getting close to dying, like, really an amount that I'm not that comfortable with. Like, stranger danger moment. More lightning resistance. No. Give me other resists. Why is the rarity tooltip stuck up there anyway? Maybe I'll click something. They seem over-invested in a narrative. Who doesn't like being edgy? Am I right, Lens? The thing is, like, I hate using this word, honestly, because it's a bit cringe, but, like, when you're overly edgy, it's just cringe. You have to, like, be the right amount of edgy, but, like, I also am, like, or at least I guess I like to think, I'm not very, like, sanctimonious about things. And I think that, like, being able to oscillate between being, like, serious and relatively unserious is something that should be in people's wheelhouses, because, like, people who are serious 100% of the time, I think, like, are missing out, and I think being able to, like, code switch or whatever, and have multiple perspectives and, like, multiple ways of being and, like, this type of thing is something that's, like, valuable, not something that, like, makes you inauthentic. A lot of people feel like if they change, like, how they behave around other people, for example, it makes them inauthentic. I just, have a pretty strong disagreement with this.
I should be quick.
I'm not sure exactly where I'm supposed to go, even. I think identity is, like, in constant flux. And so... I still need to look at these skill gems to see, like, what I think of them. Oh, that's a lot of particles. But also, like, I think, like, being able to shift gears is, like, important just for, like, formulating a worldview, because I don't think, like, one perspective is, like, universally, like, the best, like, model of the world, and instead a lot of times you need to switch between, like, the way you look at the world. And this, like, carries over into, like, how serious, unserious you should be. Why do the elementalists always wear rags? I don't know, man. I think we're, like, our titties aren't hanging out now. Yeah. We're a little bit more modest, but even then, like, we're sporting some mid-drifts with, like, one of our heavier looking armors. I do low-key hate it when my titties hang out. I think I also don't have the... Like, there's a way to move that's just, like, faster, and I don't know it. Do we just need to go to the end of the line? Maybe that's it. Like, if we can't clear things, I think we die real fast. I mean, we are equipping a ring that gives us minus 20% life. Eventually this ring is going to be awful, but...
A third node in this network.
Probably be better for hardcore too. Thing to do in hardcore is just to gain more levels. But what do we have to do here? You'll need more later, it's good being overcapped. Yeah, yeah. Like, it might even be the case that if I was shopping for gear, like, I should shop, for, like, a leveling piece at this point to get through the rest of the campaign to like help with the res. I'm sure there's good leveling gear that like wouldn't be that expensive. That would be just like the way to go, but I don't know. I should have just done SSF because I knew I wasn't going to want to trade a whole bunch anyway. Just like, especially because you can always just move it to non-SSF. Barrier quarter stuff. Interesting. Where am I supposed to go, man? Am I supposed to go to speak up with Alva? Holy freeze. Maybe I should be using a freeze charm. I even have like a charm slot and I'm not using them all. Jesus. Or a freeze flask or something. That is kind of how you die in these games. Yeah, I just needed to go back to Alba.
Now we just have to remove it from that giant construct. Good luck.
It's also nice getting additional chaos damage because stuff can resist elements and having diversified damage will be good. It's bad for pendant exposure though.
Alva, I should plunge you into a pit of scorpions for that.
Seem really squishy at the moment. I am really squishy. I've been trying to get caught up around the Ukraine war, but it's hard to know info I find is balanced. Yeah. Evaluating information stuff. I think that the fact that drones are... I've seen drone footage over St. Petersburg, and the drones are not getting shot down, which I think is like a really big deal. You know? The fact that drones are able to get to St. Petersburg and not be shot down, like the like biplane looking ass drones. I think that's pretty significant.
A new realm of power.
Like but I'm certain that like Ukraine will use this type of argument to say that like
Now you can use that
they can win in this type of thing. I think it's probably still stalematey, but it looks less stalematey, which is good.
Let me take that.
That's the one we're hanging on to because we don't know if it's better or not. It's like so unusable because we just have so much resist anyway. We could go try and just peel some jewelry, but like, we have 2 good pieces, we just don't have... We need fire and cold res, I guess, with just like all of what we're considering with the boots. I mean, we could take... Let's take a couple die rolls on some boots and some gloves. Because we haven't updated these in forever. Yeah, okay.
Oh, I like this one.
We regret everything. Wow, we don't have enough int. Okay. Well then, let's grab this and grab some int. Holy shit. Now up to level 14 spark. Well, it feels like World War I in terms of frontline. Yeah, just with drones. Different day, same shit type of energy. Drones have been striking deep into Russia for a while now.
Now, let me access these waterways.
I feel like they've been striking deep into Russia, but St. Petersburg is a little bit different than just like, attacking some of the other stuff. Enter the waterways. Where? Doing decent damage. I wonder at what point we're supposed to get more proj. Or like multi-shot or something like this. We're also over leveled for this zone, I think. But... Ooh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
These are not here by chance.
Ooh. That's a little bit of a pucker. I need to recognize better when that's like a league mechanic. When you best start believing in league mechanics. You're in one. Miss Turner. The Thawing Charm, I think, is like exactly what we're the neighbor market for. I almost said neighborhood, but it's not a neighborhood. It's not a neighborhood. Although it's not like immunity. I don't know if you're supposed to get immunity in PoE2. That's supposed to be like a vibe. Trigger Ember Fusillade on casting a spell. Is that better? Really significantly decreases our DPS of our primary. But on casting a spell, that seems That seems maybe interesting, especially because that... One of the ways we're scaling Spark is by this. If we're getting triggered on our Flame Wall, then... Well, eventually we're triggering with Snap. Ukraine even signed a ceasefire deal for Victory Day in Moscow. They struck Moscow too? Yeah, but like the... This is relatively recent, I think. Maybe do that. I wonder if the world will proactively make some edits to the Geneva Convention. Well, the U.S. doesn't seem doesn't seem to be minding the war crimes that much these days. St. Petersburg is one of the only port mines. Yeah. I feel like this is probably bait. It's neat though. +4 to level is just too big a deal though, I feel like. I mean, you could try it out, but... I think what we have is just too good. Would have been an upgrade over our last staff, though. Uncut Spirit Gem. That's a different thing here. Upgrade this. We have 40 more spirit. I think we just upgrade. We also like might just be like living the pipe dream where we need to have 230 spirit for everything we want to equip. And we're not going like some sort of minion build. Also a big refinery there as well. Jesus.
Another day. Thanks for the help. I'm no rookie, but the monsters have been... If you're heading further into the jungle, the infested barrens are to the northeast.
You have my thanks.
I think we're supposed to do our... I think the waterways actually might connect to the town, not where we came from. So we'll actually just work our way back. I'm trying to remember now. She probably says meet my ass back in town and we're just not paying attention. Enter the Matlan. I guess this is to the right? We'll check that direction, I guess, then. Okay. Haven't died yet, which is pretty good. Just been spooked a lot. Really don't want to have to juice up the forearms. Where's the mob? Oh. Just passing through stuff. Because it's looking for a rare one to attach to, right? There he is. I think this is a sufficiently low enough level. Just kidding. Oh no. They're so sore. Oh. They're not ready. I wasn't ready. Oh no. No, estoy listo. Make it stop. Infested Barrens, I don't think is. We're looking for some waterways. Matlan. The Matlan waterways. Holy my forearms. Initially read that as the makeout garb, but I was like, what the fuck? When did this become that type of game? We're not following that spirit we're not falling for that spirit shit again. No, no, no. The fatigue hurst, just some mommy ASMR. Yeah, just grunt into the microphone. I would love a setup, like, where I had, like, a squat cage in the background. Alright, I think that we got debated, and there's, like, the Matlan waterways does not, in fact, connect to here. We are really squishy with this build, but we kill stuff kind of fast, I think. Which, if you're playing softcore, is kind of more the build to have. Oh, fuck. We knew that guy was there, too. Fuck. That's the guy we died a ton to. This bottoms-up kettlebell press. It, of course, does take some forearm strength to maintain the grip on the thing. We are not trying to fucking blast the forearms, so we're not going to fight this guy anymore. We do recognize that he can one-shot us. So we're going to fucking leave. Oh my god. The fact that my hands are like a little bit sweaty. Mom's spaghetti. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, 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 no. You know what, let's just... I almost clicked delete. Jesus. Oh, it doesn't reset the zone, or it doesn't send you to town? Alright, that sucks. I mean, I think it's a good thing, but... You found the monkey. Yeah. My forearms are not feeling this at all.
A new realm of power.
Quickly.
to take a chance.
Just a bunch of nothing.
Oh, that's quite pretty.
Is it though? That's so expensive to roll a random.
Next time.
Maybe we should have tried to, I don't know. What's the... Requires level 31. Maybe that's okay for leveling. Wait, level 2 and 3 currency? What is this? What the fuck is a level 2 transmute supposed to do? Wasn't the entrance to the... Nope, that's not the entrance to the waterways. I thought some aspect of this got changed. Maybe I'm misremembering. Alright, so... So it isn't here somewhere, I guess. It's down. Okay. We have to be a little bit careful because we were just in a zone where we were over leveled. Yeah, we are so squishy. I don't know about this ring, man. I mean, we kill the stuff, but I don't have eyes, which is generally bad if you are squishy. Generally.
You will burn. If the Val was so intelligent, why would they build something that could flood their main city?
Can we afford to keep blasting forearms? I don't know, man. Do we even feel that much more tanky, though? Not sure if that tree is any good, really. Which way do we go? not expecting the rock getting dropped.
Stand, thank you.
We'll inspect that stuff later.
Wall of flame.
What's the best way for us to not be squishy here? I mean, I think the best way is us just actually buying leveling gear. It's not like we have no currency, and we are on the trade league, but... I need to be better at visually recognizing that, though. Because that was a tough fight. It was a tough fight because it was a Vol chest fight. And, like, I don't recognize when we're fighting one of them. I guess it's the thing on the ground. Like the guy who makes the videos? No! It's because it's not. Probably don't do a very good impression of him. We still kill stuff pretty good. Who's texting in this economy? You need to buy a tabs. Is there tabula rasa in this game? Someone's commenting about it being PoE. 2, not 1. We get a ring that's not... Can we just get a ring that's the resists we don't have? Please? I don't think we want to fight one of these enchanted things. I think we just confirmed that. Wolf touched is painful. What do we got here? Okay. I think we can work with this. Something is breaking your house? Yeah. It really is a building site? No, this is actually, by my house, is where quiet people go to do loud things. Designated why the fuck is it so loud zone.
How can I tell her of this?
I guess we're not telling her shit. So much for storyline. God, can't we have a little whimsy in our game?
Wall of flame. Victory is mine.
We're gonna take this a little bit slow. This is the wolf touched. Oh, Valor action. Oh, I think we're supposed to... What are we doing here? Why are we still here? Just to suffer? Do we not have... We can do our temple thing. What level are we? We're over-leveled a little bit now. Good night, Godspeed, happy chef. In case we want to backtrack.
Toxins.
Toxins.
The final link in the chain.
I remember this being really tough though, but I think our unique belt is pretty good. For this. Oh, maybe we're supposed to use some of our essences as well.
Not yet. Got that, come.
Should have picked up the trials, was it, waypoint when we decide to skip it. I'm not even sure we can use that. I don't think we can. Where's the thing? I wish we had a way to use the fire infusion here. We're able to use the cold ones. The spark. If we used arc, we could use the lightning ones. But it feels like we produce a decent chunk of fire ones, and then we don't have... Well, we're not casting Arc either, I guess, so... Is this just the boss fight? That's just the boss fight. We'll avoid it. Not that we don't win it, I just don't think we get enough loot or whatever to justify it. On release, which is our reference experience, it was really good. Yeah, this is what we're looking for. It was really good to kill yellow mobs repeatedly.
Tale women say
In zones.
chaos is a fickle. All the skills we use are leveled. Can't help but think there's maybe a way for us to use spell totems in a protective way. We don't have a way to get power charges though. Are we supposed to empty our inventory first? What's the button for surface? Tried rich, but since the release of Disciple, can't play anything else. Interesting. The Disciple looked like a little bit of...
Plenty of choices.
It looked interesting, but like a bit of a knowledge check.
Sounds like a good deal.
Oh, that seems good. Oh no. We don't have the strength for it. Well, we were holding on to this. I assume we're not supposed to YOLO Regal that. As tempting as it is.
Anything else you'd like to be rid of? Anything else you'd like to be rid of?
Is there someone else who sells actual equipment?
What do you need? Some
Yeah, okay.
things, yes?
We should have been checking in with her.
Wisdom water.
Ton of extra mana reap. But we should have been looking for plus level of whatever's. I was gonna say Spellslinger stuff does work to generate them. Apparently Spellslinger's 65 wand. Yeah, it's not gonna work for us. Try to... For spell totems, go skill tree and look for Ancestral Bond.
Keep your
What's
eyes
the idea here? It's kind of out Oh, they reserve spirit. It's kind of outside where we're going with the tree, I think. I hope this is the right choice with this. Hopefully we don't... I don't think we have to get more than one of these if we fail.
That rejected her destiny.
But I think we're gonna just do this once. I'm not sure if the forearms can take... I think we want to try and keep the deaths relatively low. We don't have a lot of those things, so let's go with this.
Chaos corrodes all. Are you ready, challenger?
Yeah, I'm ready, dog. Come on, let's go. Ooh, I shouldn't have gotten hit by that. I really do like our belt. For this. Because I remember like running out of charges was like, felt like it was a thing that could happen. Okay. Didn't kill everything apparently. Okay. Sorry, sir. Oh, one of our spells got unassigned because we don't have enough, damn it, strength. I think we're gonna level soon and be able to get a strength node. Forearm pump incoming. No, I think we're just gonna tolerate one death, because this is kind of rippy. Especially if we roll like really shit on like our 3 options for the next level.
We are only getting started. Stripped bare before chaos.
I really wish we had our other ability, but we don't. 'Cause we don't have enough strength.
If you can.
Oh my god. That's such a bad start for us. Does this pause the game? Yeah, it does. Okay, cool. And now we got our skill back. Jesus Christ. Oh, we still can't equip that. Damage seems good. Ooh. Classic, forgetting to breathe. If you want totems, you should take that. You don't need charges anymore. Oh, I'm just thinking of like spells to add to the rotation more so than like doing it primarily through Forearm. There's usually two random, that's why I hate Ultimatum. Yeah. The first two for us have been kind of free-ish, because we don't like have a lot of synergy stacked up. I mean, we're losing a decent amount of ES, but the situations we're dying aren't because we don't have enough ES. I don't think we want enraged bosses. Monsters have more resistance. I don't think we want that. Inflict corrupting blood on hit. So this one, all of them look bad for us. I don't think we want enraged bosses. I guess we're gonna take monsters have more resists. That sucks. But we also do chaos damage.
Ravage and ransack.
Oh my god, there's so much tank here. Oh, they're so tanky. Why are they so tanky? Holy shit. I don't know what we're supposed to do here. Okay. This seems not too bad. Unless this is bad. Yeah, fortunately the boss doesn't get resists, because that would be, oh my god, I'm getting stuck. That would be really lame. Oh, do more of them spawn as you try and deliver the flag? Got it. I understand now. Oh wait, why are we're just slowly losing health. What the fuck is this?
Better luck next time.
Oh, I didn't understand what was going on. Alright, Forearm time. Okay. We'll do one more. Yeah, close. Open.
The challenger returns.
But, yeah. I didn't understand exactly what was going on
Since
there.
your previous attempt.
God, these are all annoying. I don't think we want less proj speed.
Into the bowels of nothing.
Can those hands bend steel yet? I can bend a nail a little bit. It has to be a pretty small nail.
Are you ready?
It's not that impressive. I have like a nail bending kit though. Oh, my forearms are tired. This is not good. I do not like how similar. Jesus. Those things look to the sparks. I guess that's... maybe it's not that similar. VOD M16, thank you for the resub. Much appreciated, my guy. The Prime subscription. Monday PoE and still 20 viewers, still killing it. Doing alright, doing alright. People are really just here to watch me struggle with the forearms. Oh my god, what am I doing? I mean, this is kind of like losing all your energy shield, because I'm just going to get hit by those randomly. This thing is spooky, man. Oh, it's already dead. Just kidding, not spooky at all. Not spooky at all. What was that car? That's the special. That's the resub noise. I need to change it. It's too loud. It startles me too often. I can only imagine. It's the resub noise though, so it's not the sub noise. So you gotta... Can you imagine like you're playing a game that's like Operation or some shit, and then like... Jump scared? Came here for ship Theseus. Wonder how many views you got if you did a workout stream? I wish I had a setup for that.
Smile off your face.
I wish I had a like garage gym setup. I would just probably stream all my workouts. I don't know, probably not a lot. Probably like 10 to 20 or something. God, I hate all of these.
Coagulated masses befall you.
Oh, I think we're getting another forearm hit, boys. Maybe we just call the stream here?
If you can.
I need more time.
Oh my god. That wasn't too bad. I don't like that it stuns us though. Oh my god. On release, did it make it so like you couldn't recover? I felt like the struggle, I remember this as just being like you functionally like couldn't use flasks, it felt like. And now we feel like we get to spam the shit out of flasks, so maybe this is alright. Oh, we have to cut the other direction. Unfortunately, we didn't kill the rare. What? Why do people watch workout streams? I don't know. Hanging out. Is it about living through a streamer because one's too lazy to work out themselves? I feel like you could apply that logic to like video games though. Like, at a certain point, what reason is there to like spectate
We are only
anything?
getting started.
I guess shielding monsters. We only have one more round worth of monsters.
Spirit protects them.
Big blood. Must be because your belt. Syria. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess. This feels so good, just in general. I thought I remember... Actually, you know what? These used to gain charges just... Oh, is it low-level flasks just naturally gain charges, but high-level flasks don't? And then we just naturally gain flat charges because...
Seek out the cores.
Okay. It's like weird capture the flag. So we have to be quicker about this. So, we're gonna let ourselves recover up. Because a ton of ads get added. When we grab this. We just got confused and then we panicked. What the f- so many particles, what's going on? Is that a rare? Yeah. Ooh, our first GCP. Alright, let's get everything tip-top shape. Oh my god! That's awful that that can make you trip. Holy shit. I don't like any of that. Okay, I think we're dead. Oh, that's so annoying. I mean, we didn't die. We could wait for our thing to refill. Where's the third thing, anyway? Is it to the south? I guess it's... yeah, it's just to the left. Alright. We are going to wait for our flasks to refill. I'm sorry, this is going to be really boring. And we have to not pay attention because of that thing. But when you work out, it's just a repetitive exercise. I mean, like, a lot of video games are repetitive, too. Feel like the spell totem's really helping out now. Not the sentient blood orb, yeah. Big hemoglobin coming. Period is falling, not like this. Everything reminds me of her. The thing is like, we probably won't flask at all, but if we need it, Boy, are we gonna need it. This feels like it's just like very polarized because it constantly drains our life. Is there a way to put it down so you can clear mobs and not be like getting life drained? It's like the scene from The Shining, exactly. Almost there, boys. We're gonna have to like look with our special eyes too. $50 out of 100 out of 75 now. Or almost 50. Getting ahead of myself. You should never be using consumables. Not like this. Gotta save them for the next map, huh? Save the flasks for the next map? I mean, watching someone work out has to be more interesting than watching me dodge the balls continuously, right? Why is it charging up so fast now? Is it because I haven't taken damage in a long time? Oh, slowed down. What? That goes up by 2? Is it like RNG? Like every second it has a 1 in 4 chance of gaining 1 instead of actually gaining 0.25? It was way faster, right? Am I going crazy? I'm going crazy. Give me my run fast flask back. Okay, okay. Easy peasy. Oh, and now we have the boss. I'd watch both. Hell yeah, brother. I don't know, streaming in general, like, it seems like on some level you're like always watching someone do something that you could just do yourself too. Oh, hey, hey. Although, to be fair, sometimes you're watching people do stuff you can't do, because you're not, this is just monsters, right? Not bosses? I think we'll grab that one. But I can also lift more weights than the average person. Or heavier weights. I could probably actually lift less weights than the average person. Alright.
Yes, let's begin.
Oh my god, I don't like this. What the fuck? That lightning thing is so much actually more obnoxious. Also, this boss is different than he was before. What the hell is this? Oh my god, that's actually like a lot of damage. I wish we had more health regen. I feel like health regen was more common early on the items. supposed to... Can I hit that? Oh, right. Yeah. Oh my god. Not the giant balls. Why is it nighttime? God, it's not the same boss, man. Okay. This is starting to get a lot of things to dodge. I don't like it. Is here safe? Here's like the only place that's safe. They hit us with some, yeah, random bullshit. And now he's just gonna recover all his ES. I felt like we did 0 damage that phase. However that phase worked. Oh my god. And we're getting depleted. Oh my god. We have to dodge more. Fuck. I don't like that. I don't like any of this. Oh my god. We're gonna... No! Oh! We're not doing that again. Alright, so... Bottoms up kettlebell press. Requires some amount of forearm strength and gripping. We are going to overlevel and then come back to this. For me to play PoE, I would need to pay for it right now. That's fair. That's fair. But now you're watching me work out. Or suffer, I guess. Maybe that's where it comes in. See, you can always work out yourself, but if you watch someone work out, you don't have to suffer yourself. Alright. I doubt I could lift that kettlebell over your head. You can probably get it over your head, but maybe not like the bottoms up way of doing it. Yeah, we're done. We're done. We're done. We're done. We're taking our thing and we're leaving. Not like this. Alright. I'm not 100% committed to our build, so we're not going to use the GCP here.
How can I help? A daring explorer after my own heart? Not today, bye.
My forearms are not feeling good. Just like fatigued. I wish we could use that. Leave it in there, else you lose 1 inventory space. Not like this. I could just not look technically. He's lifting, time to close the eyes. Close the eyes, chat. He's lifting weights. We can do better on the ring. Let's try rolling for a ring. That's actually just better. Unless we don't have enough int. Because this lets us use this.
Until next time.
Our resists are looking better. Not as polarized. Technically we can activate this, so we're not gonna go crit though, so I don't think long term we want mana remnants. Yeah, I see your argument about how we lose the inventory space, but it's important that we live with the shame of our failures. Did we ever stop to consider that? Oh, I do not feel good with the slight forearm. We're not even getting like a wicked forearm pump yet. It's just that like lifting weights, like when you get your like heart rate up and like this type of thing, it actually crushes your fine motor ability. Not that my heart rate's really not that elevated, but just talking like more abstractly, like working out between trying to do some fine motor thing is actually just like makes the fine motor thing very difficult. Be interesting. So this is a sport, chess boxing, and pretty interesting, I think, where you do something like you do a round of boxing and then you do like 4 minutes of chess or something like this, and you have to oscillate between the two, and if you knock out your opponent you win, if you checkmate your opponent you win, this type of thing. And if your opponent runs out of time on the chessboard, you also win. So typically if you get a losing position, then the other person stops making moves and instead tries to stall. We're going to transmute some of these things. And then all you have to do from the boxing perspective is just not get knocked out and you win. But it would be interesting if there was like a thing that combined two sports like with video games. I don't know about boxing specifically because getting punched in the head sucks, but wow, it does feel like we're clearing so much better now just because we're playing way more carefully because we're like used to doing the trial. Or we're going a little bit slower. Watch me rip. I also really don't want to rip though. But chess plus grappling would maybe be also an idea, but instead of you have to yell out your move or something like this.
That should do it.
So you play a game of chess that is blindfold, effectively. Or you don't get to actually look at the board. You can put the board somewhere to look at, but the idea is that it's blindfold. I don't even bother with those anymore, so no, I don't consider it. You have to live with the shame of your failures. Where'd Alpha go? Is she gonna be down here?
This drowned city, disgraced by time, just like precious Keth. There is still a beauty about it, I admit.
All this was underwater.
Beyond this sealed door is the temple of the sun god Kopek. I've seen writings by a fellow named Ketzuli that mention his research. However, there's a piece missing from the door. No, I recommend heading into the city to search for it. Try looking. Bye.
Alright. We need the things before we can do the things. I thought we would also make better time on this.
You are impressive, even as a drowned ruin.
On grabbing the stuff. Which one's the rare? Oh, there's 2 rares. That makes a lot of sense. I think we would want to do a higher level ultimatum just because. Get a more resilient build, we could farm it, but. We have to liquidate our inventory. Got that guy. Oh, are we not gonna have enough attributes to do our nonsense? We might not have enough attributes. Let's transmute and sell. Is that worth auging? We do kind of want mana. This basically gives us nothing. I mean, oh, actually, I think we need it. We need strength for our build to work. The extra X applies to elemental damage is also interesting. Well, we could get strength here. We can grab these two. Was there not a specialty stash tab for this? I maybe just need to set it out.
Hello.
Be warned, fair queen.
Let's see if we can sell stuff. What do we have to beat? +4.
Be wary.
Let's go back. There we go. Man. I'm trying to think. If I remember correctly, one of these bosses we died a ton on close to release. I think the... I don't know if we have, like... I don't think we have any, like, major upcoming power spikes either. Definitely easier to get max mana with some of the rune stuff. I think they're kind of cooking with PoE2, to be honest. Like, crafting seems like it's gonna be better eventually. Like, it encourages you to slam and customize more stuff without, like, letting you reach, like, uber tier items as easy. Feels like. Well, this is a pretty small sample. I was looking at the old save and I hadn't even gotten to endgame last I played. It was like 2 playthroughs. Although there's like more content now.
What's all this then? Now you've done it. What? Now you've done it. The monkey represented Kamasa. The Val. Now you, the monkey.
The guy says if we go in there, we'll die.
More Val machinery.
It is cool to see like Aztec representation in games. Just thinking like Dominions has quite a bit as well. There's several Aztec mythology things represented. I think that we're probably not gonna have enough time to finish this entire act, even. It's kind of what we wanted to do. The construction outside has, in fact, stopped. That's what we were kind of waiting for recording other stuff. But I also wanted to finish this act. But I don't think we're even that close. I think we're like halfway through it or something. Probably just need to watch someone who is good at leveling really fast and see what they're doing. I mean, the thing to do is actually probably to buy leveling gear. Okay. Maybe we should try and craft boots. Or pick up boots and roll on them. Oh my god. Let me out. I don't think Frost Core is what we needed. I guess we'll check. Although... There's a checkpoint here. Okay, it was. There we go. Oh. Well, we do have shit gloves and ring. All Ellie resists. And rarity. Probably not as good as that. Oh, but this is shit. Oh, well, we need attributes. And this... not really giving much. More than those, though. You should go watch PoE Racers. Yeah. I remember that's like one of the ways I got better at leveling in PoE 1. Was watching people actually good at the game. Because it's like, it's not like super straightforward to just like look at the entire skill tree. Look at the skill tree, like look at all the skills you could possibly roll, like there's just too much information. You know? Be like, oh, this skill gem has really a good base damage, not good scaling, so that means we're gonna use this for leveling, even though it's like otherwise traditionally not a very good skill. GG. And then like, especially when like the leveling tree it just like is like, oh, we're gonna level with this, and then we're gonna actually do this once the build's online. Like, I'm trying to like level with the same thing we're planning on using, but like it just might actually be shit for leveling. Like maybe there's a build where we're just supposed to like level with Tempest. Like this rain thing that we're throwing out, and you just like throw out one and then you kind of like clear packs like way better. You also might want to clear less stuff instead of everything. You're right. It's probably a matter of... Someone said just supposed to only kill the magic mobs and rares and skip all the whites, basically. But how would I pick up items like this rattling scepter? You're about an hour from the end. The end of this act? You're saying like an hour at my pace or an hour like theoretical? Yeah, it's kind of far. Or, well, hour at my pace isn't too bad. Like, hour theoretical, I think I'm like less than half the theoretical speed, so... Our spirit skill's unequipped. Alright, we gotta do grippers. Oh, I don't know if I could close them. Only killing blue and golds was basically how it went in PoE 1. PoE 1, I thought you were supposed to entirely ignore golds. Only kill blues. Like, the golds took too long, was my memory. Holy pump. If trash mobs just killed you, not like this. 5 maps? What does that even mean? Saying 5 hours to maps? Yeah, we didn't even get killed by like rares. It was just like actual trash mobs. It really does. Us doing, like, kind of... We're not even doing, like, some of the forearm stuff that would give us a really, really bad pump. But it is a little bit of a vibe. I'm also just not very good at PoE. Like, I love the theory crafting and stuff, but, like, the actual mechanical execution, I am not good at. Which is a really serious confound.
For all this noise?
Because... something can be theoretically good, but if I'm bad at executing it, like, testing is no good. Right? When are we killing Shaper? 2 hours. 20 minutes. I think we want ailment chance. Oh, I should have been DPSing him there. I was like, wow, that's great. I assume the lava fucking hurts. Do we only have a limited time to kill him? I think we're not terrible on the fire res, so that's good for this. Alright.
Oswald will be very pleased with all this gold. I must travel light.
He will be pleased with the gold. Or we just teleport back. Well, that's fascinating that it actually keeps track of how far it progresses. So it's gonna be a 24-hour stream. Atlas isn't really an Atlas anymore, the lore has changed. It's really a lot of gold. That's good. Yeah. It's fuck this running around picking up and selling item bullshit.
Good luck.
Greetings.
Hey.
I think we can get rid of this at that point.
Good luck.
Oh, we have to look at all the Caligar skills as well, I think. Yeah, this is our maybe good for leveling tab. Big time on timer. Yeah, it's pretty neat. Do we not? Just need to melt it, purify a bit. Absolutely.
This is my son.
Womp womp.
When he did not return from the jungle, I feared the promise me. You will... You are confident? I give you that. Do you truly believe
I think we
you
like
beat the Azap tribe?
getting the free
Do
things.
so, and my people would be forever grateful.
Okay, now we can bring back this. Who are we supposed to give it to?
So, the city of Exile has been laid bare to the world after all these centuries. Treasure hunters hunt treasure, yeah. In particular, look for buildings with monkey statues on them. If your spy came back alive, did ya? I'll organize the men. We'll start carting the gold out of here. Keep anything you're able to lift out of there yourself. Call it a finder's fee, eh? Feeling generous today.
Piece of
Considering
shit.
We actually found treasure, and it all came out of
You gave us
A taste of
nothing.
the life of a treasure hunter. It has an appeal.
Where's the real reward? Alright, 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 alright. Okay. Our helmet sucks. Basically all our gear sucks. So... we should kind of be keeping an eye out. A little bit. That's... so like we don't have any like life on our belt, so like eventually our belt just like kind of just doesn't have a bunch of stats on it, but
You
eventually
hear a click. Duck.
the fact that it gives us a whole bunch of flash charges isn't going to be too useful. Alright. Or we just talked to you.
That's it. Kamasa.
Treasure. I suppose I can investigate. You will burn!
Skill does feel a little bit bad because it takes some time for the arc stuff to get to... oh boy. Oh. It's getting harder and harder. The struggle's continuing. We might have to get a different implement and do a different exercise. Is it wrong? This is my favorite part. No, it's probably alright. It's probably alright. We maybe need to get heavier kettlebells though if we continue to do this, because eventually we will just get like it won't be substantive. Having a freeze would have been real nice against those fast ones. Like freezing them. I don't think we got frozen. I think we just panicked. Or sorry, I panicked. I'll not put that on you, chat. I'll not put that on you. Oh my god. I don't know how many more of those we can handle. It also, like, getting slower and worse at handling the things. Because the forearms have like a slight pump. So if we're a little slow, it's easier to get trapped up in a bunch of dudes. And at the same time, we're supposed to be skipping a bunch of these mobs. It's like, bro, if we skip them, we're just gonna get trapped in the middle of them as we try and kite. Like, if we try and skip these guys... Now it's time to panic, right? The health is low. There's a bunch of stuff in front of us, a bunch of stuff behind us. But if we want to go fast, we're supposed to skip. Start killing everything. God. Maybe we should just be better at the game, though. Having a freeze, like a Zanya's hourglass would have been nice. So not really, but... Oh, this looks like a boss fight. Please don't have... Oh my god. Okay. It's not a boss fight. Where are we at for time?
Garukan's grace, what is that smell?
A little over 3 hours. Maybe we get to the next... I think there's a boss here. I think we kill the boss that's here. And we call it a day. One more chance to blast the forearms. Oh, I remember these were spooky somehow. I can't remember how though. The big fat ones. I guess that's not actually... There's more than one big fat one. The crones. The foul mauler. Also big and fat. Shouldn't you be playing tall? Is that a fat joke? I think you're dying a lot, Joe. Oh my god. Yeah. I should have tried to stop, or I shouldn't have been trying to heal like through it somehow when we didn't have like a means to kill the thing, because we were like clearly trapped. And like once we're clearly trapped, just have to actually kill the thing. Oh, is that they curse you? It's probably that they curse you. Is what I'm thinking of. Alright. We're just gonna skip this. We get way more projectiles if we have the Ice Affinity, but I'm guessing we actually... I imagine that scales linearly, so... It's good if we're not using extra proj if we had a way to get more cold remnants. Or get cold remnants as quickly as we're casting our other stuff. I don't know if that's doable. Probably not feasible. I think on the stabs we will transmute them, but kind of have what we want. Are you following a guild or doing it your own way? A guide? We are doing it our own way, which is probably not very good. I think it's probably good enough to level with, though. I don't know how deep we go, though, because we have a bunch of... Can't die, can't die, can't die, can't die, can't die. We have, like, a bunch of stuff coming up next week, and this week we're anticipating the 1.3 beta for EU5 kind of gets a little bit more playable. So, I don't know if we, like, blast that much more Dominions anyways, either way. I mean... much PoE. I did want to give it a crack. People were saying that it's like way better now. My perception was just like I was feeling like one's just better when I played this on release. And the plan was like, we're probably not gonna play 2, but 2 is like solving a bunch of like structural issues. It's actually maybe interesting to think of EU5 versus EU4, like, types of discussions in the context of, like, PoE1 versus PoE2. Because PoE is, like, kind of relatively fundamentally, like, the same game from 1 to 2. Kinda. But there are, like, some structural issues that, like, are, like, intractable, like, the way that gems work. Basically forces you onto lower counts of spells, like necessarily. It's kind of arbitrary. And I do like the gem slot stuff seems like an improvement. And if you think about like EU5 versus EU4, the presence of pops is like a pretty significant and meaningful change, and pops are like one of the strongest thing in like EU5. Like to the extent that it like is probably not even balanced. Like pops are probably stronger than they should be, but like pops is an abstraction. Like you're not like introducing pops and like things that would scaffold onto pops into EU4, right? Like so that's just like something you just at that point you like need a new game. And there's a lot of stuff that it seemed like was the case for Path of Exile.
When we first came to this place, death alone was the king of all that we survived.
I must admit I'm confused where we're supposed to go.
Lonely throne. We had little and were starving, but this man-made mountain offered us nourishment. Eating the caps and stems brought us grand visions of a thriving world. It was a promise of things to be. This, then, will be our new home until our promised land is made clear.
Where are we supposed to go even? I know there's a quest for collecting all the mushrooms. Probably titled like some sort of Lord of the Rings pun, but... Oh my god. So we're just gonna stand and blast here. Yeah. That's like kind of the scenario we died in. Well, we've died... As we've gotten our forms a little bit more fatigued, we've been dying to a lot more nonsense rather than like actual bosses. Seth? Do you like capers? I actually really hate capers. Capers are like one of the few things I would just like very strongly dislike food-wise. I don't know why either. But like if a salad has capers in it, I generally like most salads, but not if they have capers.
Let's see what knowledge you possess.
Do we not have enough of the thing? Well, 11 all attributes, 70 mana. Oh, I think +1 all spells is pretty good. Pretty good. But I could have sworn.
Thank you.
Okay.
I accept your gift.
Got it. Do like the instant recovery, but yeah. Kind of underwhelming, even. Alright, we're gonna teleport. Yeah, not to... I feel sorry if that felt a little dismissive. I just like really don't like capers. Maybe they're a quiet taste, but I wouldn't know. My first memory is literally eating capers. Do you like them? Salads are an interesting thing because they're perceived as healthy, but like a majority of salads, like in restaurants and shit, are just like vehicles for like the most unhealthy shit. Like dressing, croutons, cheese, dressing, and like a big chunk of the salads. Of course, it depends on type of dressing, but. Like, to be fair, that I think that's more of a in restaurants type of thing. But it's like a lot of times the salad like defeats the purpose of the salad. You were supposed to destroy the unhealthy food, not join it. Bring balance to the diet. Nope, 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 nope. Oh my god, I feel like we've scattered everything. We haven't scattered down, but like... Nothing there.
The promised land is bountiful. A blissful place overflowing with potential. My brethren surround me. We are one.
We were close, we just backtracked, not like this.
All at once.
Alright, Queen of Filth. Ranch doesn't exist where I live, so I've only heard of the legends. Yeah, ranch is something else. A vinaigrette, much more healthy, but... Oh my god, no! Okay. Alright, we gotta focus up, apologize.
I can't do that
Oh, not the... Ouch, 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 ouch. I need an adult. If we get hit by the... I think we get one shot if we get vulnerability cursed. Whew.
I will never be able to remove this memory from my mind.
Yeah, me neither, babe.
At least it was worth it, I suppose. I should take this back to the ziggurat.
Wait, is that the main quest item? Do we just have the final boss? Maybe we're supposed to... Phew. Yeah, I saw my life disappear before my eyes. I was like, what? Before I could realize what's going on, because I'm slow on the brain. Gain extra damage is cold. We'll aug this, I guess. Yeah, we'll sell that.
What have you learned? Whatever it takes.
Alva's downstairs now. That's right.
You found it! Try placing the idol in the door.
Maybe we get lucky when she says that, like, someone didn't just do a bunch of work. Terrible. Yeah, we're dependent on the attributes.
Until next
Right?
time.
Let's get this over with.
I just remember one of these bosses feeling unfucking killable. Or it was so hard to do. Maybe it was the second time around it was so hard.
This feeling, like the desert sun. It fiercely burns.
I think this is the one where you have to stay in the shade. I think this was one, like, this is a level that they, like, showcased pretty early, and they were pretty happy with, like, the level design, like, making it so you had to, like, play in a particular way. Ouch. Oh, this is... not ideal. I wonder if rain makes it easier for us. That'd be kind of cute if it worked like that. We kind of doubt it. we just have to rip the band-aid off and... Oh, no, no, no! And get to a place where it's shady. Alright, we'll see if I can still close these things. There's 5 and 5. Oh my god. I think we might call it, because I don't think I want to do any more of that, and I also don't think we're that close to the end of this act. Because I remember having to go through an entire, like, Mayan city or something. Maybe that's it here. But, also we can record some videos now that the construction's not going on outside. So, thank you everyone for coming out. Did kind of progress a little bit. I guess we could take one little look at the character. Or maybe let's look at the gems. But, I had an idea. This idea maybe is interesting. It's probably a little too cute, but trying to scale Spark with Archmage eventually, and also cast on Affliction, and then utilize Flame Wall to allow us to ignite. I think eventually we'd want like more cast speed, but we already have rapid casting on it. Frostbomb obviously for the purposes of getting exposure, but this also gets us freezes, and then facilitate this with Thunderstorm so that we could get more afflictions, go cast on Affliction, and try and scale damage by casting Snap on the Affliction, and the more afflictions that the enemies have, the more we're going to get, and this helps us to scale our single target damage while probably being able to clear okay with Spark. We also want to have Siphon Elements, and have some way of scaling Remnants, because what we were doing was we create Remnants with Snap, so having a way to utilize the Remnants seems good. So we're scaling with mana and Remnants and ailments, and it's probably just too many things and we're just supposed to scale with one thing, but that's kind of what we were thinking. Got Mana Tempest in here, got Mana Remnants in here, and so kind of what we were thinking. Died a few times. Forearms are kind of feeling pumped up a little bit right now. Got some resists and this type of thing, but as far as progression goes, did not get all through Act 3. I do think... Is it really just... Yeah, I think we have a few more zones, not just like one more zone. If it was like one more zone, I think we would go for it. But we got, I think, well... Is it just the... I think it's more than just the temple. Living the good life, getting the forearm pump. We're trying to. I gotta get back into working out a bit more. But have been working out the forearms, just not crushing grip and the bottoms up press that much, which is why it's like just a few reps is giving us a little bit of a pump. But call an ambulance, call it for our forearms. We'll see you guys on the flip side. We'll still bye to the YouTubers. Worked on PoE and those muscles, trying.